and thank you for tuning in. Rose Ward, Stampersdelight.com. Welcome to Monday Night YouTube Live. You can see from the background, I'm in my new area. It's not quite set up right. Got to tweak the lights a little bit. And I don't know about you, but you know how you plan something and you just have this idea. You know how it's going to be and you're excited. And what I didn't realize when I set this recording area up was that my stamp studio is in the basement. It's a finished basement for my stamping area. However, this area happens to be right next to my furnace room. So if you hear it click on, I apologize. I'm going to have to work on that. Didn't think of that. So welcome and thank you for tuning in. Hi, Patricia. Hi, Cindy. Hi, Denise. So thank you all for tuning in, and we are going to get started. So grab your coffee, grab your tea, and come stamp with me. I'm going to flip the camera and let's start. Now, as I said, the lights have to be tweaked a little bit, so just bear with me until we get that all straightened out. Stampersdelight.com. Here's my host code for the month of December. If you'd like to place an order, just go to Stampersdelight.com and use that host code. If you'd like the gold glitter mug or any other stamping apparel, just go to Stampersdelightshop.com. So most exciting is just before I went on today, I noticed that I got an email from Stampin' Up! And on December 8th, I believe it's for 24 hours, only one day, there's free shipping with a $50 order or more. So place your orders on December 8th. A couple of other things I want to remind you. Hi, Linda. Hi, Beverly. Hi, Stacy. Hi, Karen. I announced my paper share, and the description has been in the online, and it'll be in the description below when we're done. I know you can't read that, so check out the description. And here's all the papers for the paper share. I've already had quite a few people sign up already. For this sign up, you really want to sign up by January 3rd, because as a bonus, while supplies last, I am including all 4 of the designer series paper from the mini catalog. But that's while supplies last. So if they run out, it won't be included. So you definitely want to sign up by January 3rd. The next thing I want to show you is some Christmas cards I got in the mail. So thank you to everyone that's already started. I've sent most of mine out. So this one is from team member Denise. Thank you so much, Denise. I love that fold. This one is from my cousin Lori and her husband. Thank you, Lori. This one is from another team member, and this is from Louise. And Louise also sent me a little gift ornament. So in here, I'm just going to open it up and show you. She made me this little, I guess you could use it for a tag, but I'm going to use it as an ornament. Isn't that cute? Thank you, Louise. Hey, Dawn from South Jersey. Everyone, don't forget to share my videos. Tell all your friends. This is my full-time job now, so definitely let everybody know. This card is from another team member, Jean, and her husband. And I'm not quite sure yet. I'm going to have my husband do something with the lighting because I think it's still a little dark, but we'll get through it today. And this is from a team member, Molly. This is congratulating me on my retirement. Thank you, Molly. You're addressing your envelopes as we speak. Well, that's a good thing. Here's another card. This is from another team member, Linda. Thank you, Linda. And I don't use the last names only because, you may not want your name out there. I don't know. And then this is from one of my customers, Christine. Thank you so much, Christine. So thank you for sending those cards. I love those. So a couple of reminders. I'm showing the mini catalog now because that's what everybody wanted. That starts January 4th along with the celebration. If you'd like to join my team, you can get some pre-orders in December if you join the team now. I can't open the catalog yet, but we will eventually. So what I'm going to be working on today is the Sweet Talk Suite. And that's on page 8 if you have your catalog. Now, if you're a customer of mine, my catalogs I will be sending those out. And if you ordered from me in the last 3 months, you'll get that free. If you haven't ordered from me, don't have a demonstrator, then contact me and I'll get you out the first one free. I always send out the first one free. The catalogs are free, but if you don't order, then you do have to pay the shipping. Okay, so this is the embossing folder I showed last time. So this is the Sweet Conversations. And in here are my dies. So let me show the dies. Here's all those beautiful dies. Now, I'm not going to use all of them, but you're going to see quite a few of them in some of the samples I've done. Hey, Joyce. So here's all those beautiful dies, and you're going to see me use a few of them too. So we're just going to leave it like that. And then also it has a gingham embossing folder. I know it doesn't look like gingham, but you will see. Let me put my towel here, my stamping towel. Maybe that'll show it better. Okay. And then, of course, we have the ribbon for the suite, which is right here. Love this ribbon. It ties so nice. And we have, of course, the iridescent rhinestones, which you know I've been using these because I love these. So let me get started and show you a couple of samples. So also they have these cute little boxes, treat boxes, which I showed on my unboxing. And here's one of the things I did with the little treat box. So I put the little treat box together, tied a little ribbon around it. There's that little envelope die and some of the little hearts. And then I've got some candy in there. Cute little treat ideas. Teachers would love this. Kids would love this. So there's a cute little treat box. The next one I'm going to show you, I actually showed when I did the Love and Happiness bundle on Friday. And I don't even remember what day it is anymore. Isn't that terrible? I've only been retired since last Wednesday, and I can't remember what day I'm even on. But here is that beautiful embossing folder from that bundle. And I paired that up with the Designer Series paper from Sweet Talk and the Happy Valentine's Day. Whoop. Let me just open that up so you can see that. And this says for my husband, so I'll put that away for Valentine's Day. Oh, I'm glad you got me live too, Jackie. The next one I'm going to show you, these pieces, these corner pieces are actually leftovers from the card that I'm going to showcase tonight. But I had some, you'll see, I had the corners left over, so I just used the two different Designer Series paper. I stamped Happy Valentine's Day in the middle with some of the doodads. Happy to have you in my life. So there's a nice, a cute little card. And here's one of the stamps that just does like a border. Okay. The next one I'm going to show you has a little bit of everything. Okay, so I'm going to bring that up close. You can see the gingham embossing folder there. You can see one of the dies. And this, I want to show you this die because it's pretty cool. I think the smaller ones, I think all three of them do it, this one and this one, but I didn't use these. I used this one. So when you cut this out, it gives you this border, but then it also gives you all these little extra hearts. So I popped those back in with dimensionals. And then with all the other hearts that are in here, I stamped them. And then I cut them out with all the dies. And then, of course, I added the ribbon. And you can see back here that gingham. I think you'll probably see it better when I bring it down here, but the gingham right here. Just a cute, fun Valentine's Day. Happy to have you in my life. So there's another Valentine's Day card. Okay, So let me show you the card that I'm going to show you how to make today. And I really hadn't planned this, but it popped up on my Facebook memories. And then I remembered it and I was like, oh, I know what I could do with that. So have you ever heard of a squash book or squash cards? Well, that's what this is. And I did a Christmas one quite a few years ago. Fix my little bow there first. So here's the little tags. You get that tag die. And I ran that through the embossing folder, and then I cut the tags out in the different colors. And you can see it's got the, I cut these from the designer series paper using the corresponding dies. So you have 3 dies there that cut out the paper. Okay. So when you open this, sometimes bringing back the old is new. I'm going to open this. And the one I did a couple years ago was a card, which this is too, but I changed it up a bit. So when you open it, you got all that beautiful and fun designer series paper, but instead of just having a sentiment here for Valentine's Day, I made it into a gift card holder. So for Valentine's Day, you can stick a little gift card in there, lottery ticket. You could even probably put some more dimensionals under there and put a piece of candy in there. So this is called a squash book or a squash card. And that's what I'm going to do tonight. So I'm just going to tie this back up. And I will put the dimensions on my blog. I have to hop on after this, a demonstrator council meeting. The last one, I was on the demonstrator council this year. So if I don't get to it right away, I promise I will. Okay, so that's the card we're going to be doing. All right, and I just realized moving everything over here, I forgot my paper trimmer. Let me grab that. Like I said, I just moved everything over, so I'm a little discombobulated here. All right, so what you're going to start with is a piece of regular cardstock. Let me bring this in. Got everything over here. And I'm going to use real red this time. I don't know, I think I have less room over here, and I actually need more room, but it'll work. Okay, so I got a piece of real red, and that's a regular piece of cardstock, okay? You love it? Oh, thank you. And what you do with the cardstock is you're going to cut it down to 8.5. So this side is already 8.5. And so this is already 8.5. So now you got to cut it on this side 8.5 because you wanted a square. Yeah, changing a setup is, believe me, it's a big deal because you get comfortable in one spot. Okay, once you have that cut, what you're going to do is you're going to go to 4 1/4, which is half of this, right? So there's 4.5. So I'm going to go to 4 1/4. There's 4.5 right there. I need 4 1/4. And I'm going to score it. Then I'm going to turn it around. And I'm going to score it again. Okay. Then you got to make a diagonal. So you're going to actually, let me close this up. You're going to actually move that into the center here, your little tray. Get those points in each corner. And you're going to score it. Let me make sure I got it real good. Score it diagonal. See, I do it a couple times. Okay, so let's move that out of the way. And then you're going to take your bone folder and you really want to get a good crisp burnishing on this, okay? So I'm going to flip it this way first. And you notice I took the wood placemat that I had off there. I wanted to see if it was better to see everything without any distractions and just by using white. So this is my table. And then we're going to take the diagonal. Now, the diagonal, I'll tell you, the easiest way to do that is just pinch it first. Pinch it a little bit. Pinch it a little bit, just like that. And then you're going to bring those 2 points in, lay it down, and then use your bone folder to really get a crisp edge. Okay? And that's all there is to that fold. So now we know this part right here is where the gift card's going to go. So when we close it up, this is going to be the front piece. So I do want ribbon on this. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a piece of ribbon, and I don't really measure it, but the other one I did measure, and it was about 24 inches. And I'm just going to bring this in, just enough to tie a good sized bow. I like to use a little bit more ribbon and then cut it down because it's just easier. So I'm just going to snip that off here. Okay. And since I'm going to be working with the front first, I'm going to take this ribbon and I am going to anchor that down. What I mean by that is I'm going to take a little adhesive to hold that in place. So I used my Stampin' Seal, and I am just going to lay that down. One thing I like about doing where I'm standing now and my new table is I can stand, and I'm a stand-up stamper. Okay, so that's going to go there. And I'm just going to tie this for a minute so that we can do the front, okay? So I'm just going to tie it. I don't care about the bow right now because I'm not finishing it yet. I just want to tie it to keep it in place. Okay. Once I have that, the next thing I'm going to do is grab another piece of cardstock. And this one I need to be this is 4 1/4 by 4 1/4. So this needs to be 4 by 4. So let's see if this is a little smaller. So we don't want that one. Let's grab a different color here. Let's grab another one. I'll change it up and use the pink. The other one was purple. So let me grab another piece of cardstock and cut that at 4 by 4. Okay, so this is going to be cut 4 by 4. And again, I got to get a new blade in there. Sometimes I think it's the different papers. Every once in a while, some of the papers fray a little bit. There we go. Add a little more pressure. Okay, so this is 4 by 4. And this is going to layer right on the top here. And you see why I needed to do that, because I need to keep that ribbon down. But before I glue that down, I'm going to bring in my embossing machine. And I'm going to use that really neat embossing folder, which I probably already, there it is. Okay. And I'm going to emboss this first. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in my embossing. And I'm just going to run that through. Remember to use the crease, put the crease of the embossing folder, and I didn't have those straight, but there we go. Okay. I'll move this out of the way because I will need it again. And here is that gingham embossing folder. And I'm going to glue that right on top of here, just like that. Okay, so let me add some adhesive to this. Okay, and I'm going to lay that right over it. You want a strong adhesive because you got that ribbon under it. Okay, so now I've got that. Now I'm going to grab some designer series paper. And since I did it this way with this designer series paper, let's grab a different one. Let's grab, I don't know, they're all so pretty. I don't know which one. I think I'm going to grab this one. I like this one. Isn't it cute? Okay, so for this one, because we got the 4 by 4, this needs to be 3 3/4. A little bit smaller. So this is going to be, actually, you won't see much of that. So let's do it at 3 1/2. I want to see a little bit of that embossing folder. So 3 1/2 by 3 1/2. Yeah, so this way I can see some of that embossing folder there. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to glue that down right on top. And since these are going in different directions, it doesn't matter which way I do it. Now, I already cut one of these out, the little pink envelope. And that's just going to go right about here. So I'm just going to put a little bit of adhesive on that so I can close it up. Okay, just like that. And then I'm going to put the adhesive here. There's my front so far. So let's stamp a little bit some of these sentiments here. These different stamps, okay, they have the sayings in them. And then they have the image ones, which you can stamp right over it. And you'll see what I'm talking about. 1 second. Betty Boop in the tub. Okay. Okay. All right. So this is red and pink. So let's go with red and pink. I might throw a purple in there. All right. So this is kind of cool because what you can do is you're cute. I'm going to stamp that. Okay. Then I'm going to grab this stamp that goes right over it. I'm going to stamp it, ink it up. I'm going to grab a piece of scrap paper, which I should have my mat over here too, which I didn't have. So let's take this scrap paper. So I'm inking that up, and I'm going to stamp it off once, okay? And then I'm going to bring that back in, and I'm going to stamp right over what I just did. And that's how you get that cute image. Yeah, if I bring it down too far, you can't see it. There we go. All right, and I'm going to do the same thing with, I think I'm going to use a bunch of different colors. Okay, so I'm going to use Hug Me and grab that stamp. Again, I'm going to stamp it off. Stamp it on there. Love You. I'll do that one in purple. And then grab that heart, which is right here. Let me make sure it's clean. It is. And take that Heather Highland. And I inked it up, stamped it off, and it just gives it that little subtle effect there. Okay. All right, let's move these out of the way for a minute before I get my hands in everything. And then let's bring in the die cutting machine again. I promise I will get a little more organized. This is the first video live that I'm doing with this new setup, so it'll take me a while. Okay, so there's my 3 candies, like those sweetheart candies, right? And I'm going to grab the dies. Like I said, there's a lot of hearts. We're just going to be using these tonight. And for this, I would use a Post-it note if I have those over here. If I moved everything over, they should be here, but they may not be. So we might wing it. All right. Let me just move that just a tad. Okay. I'm going to wing it, okay? I would recommend the, yeah, see, I just messed it up. You definitely want to use the Post-it notes. Let's see. Oh, there they are. Okay. I did bring them over. Yeah, because they do move whenever you're cutting more than one piece. Okay, so I'm going to put that right there. And I'm going to put this one right here. Maybe I can get both of these without moving it. Can I? Okay, should work. If it's a little off, it's all right. Okay, and I'm gonna run that through. Okay, take that out. Move that out of the way for a minute. And there's, I got my 3 little hearts. Put those back in before I lose them. Bring this back in. And I'm just going to add a little glue on here so that closes it up. And then I'm going to add these hearts in here, just like this. Just like that. So let me grab some dimensionals for that. What do you think? You like this set? I think it's cute. Okay, I'm going to use the dimensionals. One there. And just looking for my take your pick tool, which is in here. There it is. Sometimes when I put things away to be organized, I can't find anything. When I'm disorganized, I find everything. Okay, so we're just gonna put that one like right there. Put this one right there. Put this one right here. So cute little hearts coming out of the envelope. Now for the inside, we are going to cut some designer series paper. If I can open it back up. There we go. Okay. So remember, this is the piece where we're going to have our gift card. All right, so for that side, I'm going to add, now this one, let me just open this back up so I can show you. This one I used cardstock, and then I use strips. For this side, what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab one of the other designer series papers, maybe something that's, I don't know, I just love the paper, so that's why I'm using so many of them. Let's use this one because that's the inside. Okay, so we're going to cut that at 4 inches by 4 inches. I'm going to do this one just a little bit different. And that's going to go right here. So I can go ahead and glue that down. Usually I have these all cut for you, but I wanted to show you. Now that I have more time, I can do it live. Okay, and then for the gift card part right here, you need a little strip. You can make it any size you want, but you need to have it 4 inches across. I used, I think it was 4 by 2. Let me see if this leftover piece is like 1.5 inches. So I could use that one. And it's already 4 inches long. So let's go with that. And what I'm going to do is any circle punch that you have, you can use. I have one of the 1 inch one. So what I'm going to do is just punch a little hole out, and I'm going to put that right there. Let me turn it around because that's a little rough edge again. I don't know why this paper, it seems to be this color. Okay, so that's going to go right here. But I'm going to use mini dimensionals because I want to have a little give in there so that you can put the, you could do it flat if you want. But I like to put dimensionals, the mini ones, because then it gives you a little room in there. Always put one at the bottom so the gift card doesn't fall out. But I do like to put one so you have a little cushion and you can slide it in easier. Okay, and we're going to put that right in there. Just like that. So let me grab this gift card holder. See that gift card sits right in there. Now for the corners, you see I did corners and all of them, but you don't have to. You're going to do the same thing. You're going to take some of that designer series paper and you're going to cut 4-inch squares. So here I'll do hearts. I'm going to do 4 inches here. 4 inches here. And then what you're going to do is you're going to cut those right in half, diagonal, just like that. Just like you did when you were scoring it. And then you can use both sides. So let me grab another one. And I'll use this one. This one's already cut, so let's do this one. This one's 4 inches, and we need 4 inches. And then we're going to do the same thing. We're going to do that diagonal cut. And then you have these two sides. So let's go ahead and put that in there. Now this is one time I will tell you that as much as I don't use a lot of liquid glue, but this one I do because you want to make sure that you get those pieces down. So I'm going to do this one here. That one I did all the corners. I'm not going to do that this time. I'm going to make it a little bit different. So this one, I'm going to put this one here. And I'm going to put this one here. I'm just using the liquid glue in case I don't get it right in the spot that I want it. So if you have, this is a great card, gift card holder to do for Christmas. You have some of your Christmas designer series paper. Okay, so then we have those. And then I'm going to do this one and this one. Okay. So let me grab my glue again. And I'm not doing that in the camera view. I can see that. So let's just do that. Just putting some glue on there. And then I'm going to put this one right here. This would be so cute for Christmas with the Christmas paper. And then this one over here. That's going to go right there. Okay, so remember I said I was doing this one a little different. Instead of using all that, this is where my gift card would go. Right here is where my sentiment is going to go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a piece of our basic white. And I'm going to cut that. So that's 4 by 4. That's already 4 inches there. And that's going to go right here. And that's where I'm going to put my saying for this one. So I'm going to take the happy to have you in my life in the red, real red. I'm going to stamp that. I'm going to take one of the hearts, the bigger one, this larger heart. I'm not sure what color I had on there, so let's clean that off. And I'm going to grab, I think the pink, petal pink I'm going to grab for that. I'm going to stamp off once, and then right on top of it, I'm stamping that. Now, this is a distinctive stamp, so it's not going to be a bold image all the way around. Okay, so that is going to go right there. And that's where I would sign it. Okay. Then I'm going to grab a strip of white, whisper white, basic white. Again, I'm going to grab the real red. Happy Valentine's Day. I'm going to trim off just a bit of this. And then I am going to, if I can find it on my table here, I have my banner punch somewhere. Thought I did, maybe I don't. I guess I didn't bring that over. Okay, let's not use the banner punch. Oh, it's right in front of me. Here it is. Thought I had it over there. Okay, and I am gonna make that into a banner for right here. But before I do that, I am going to do one more thing. I'm going to grab a piece of my purple and I bring in my die cutting machine again because I want to show you how great this one die is that I love. Put that in there. I am going to grab this little guy right here. Remember this one I told you about? Okay, so I'm just going to cut that. And remember, you got that great tag in there too. This doesn't have to be straight because there's no stamping. Bring it back. Okay, I'm going to grab these because they're going to fall out as I pull it out. Okay. So when you take that off, you have this great little heart there, but look at all the cute little hearts you get. You can use those. So I'm going to take this and I'm just going to put it like this because I don't want to cover up all those hearts. So I'm going to put this straight, but I've decided to do this at a little bit of an angle so you can still see the little hearts. So for this, I'm going to grab my liquid glue and just add a little liquid glue ever so slightly on some of the edges here. I'm just going to lay that right here. And then this, I'm going to grab some dimensionals. I will have still shots of the projects too on my blog later. Okay. Stampersdelight.com and also on my Facebook page. So let me bring in a couple of dimensionals here. 2 actually would be enough. And I'm just going to put that Happy Valentine's Day across it there. Now I got these cute little hearts. So let's grab some mini dimensionals. And I'm just grabbed my black ones, but we'll just use those. Oh, here's my other ones. Everything gets lost on the table. And they fit ever so nicely right in the center. And what I was talking about before is you can put that right back in there, pop it right back in there, but I don't want to. I want to put that right there. I'm going to grab one more. I'll put that one right here. Happy Valentine's Day. So there's the inside all done, right? And we're going to close it up. Oop. Close it up here. It's a little squishy. It does fit in a regular size envelope or A2 size envelopes. It is a little puffy, so it might take a little more stamps. Okay, this came off, so let me add a little. I'll use the liquid glue since it's right here. All right. And then we got these little guys. So now I'm going to use them on the front too. Just to decorate it a little bit more. Put one right there. So it seals the envelope. And then let's just put these all over. What do you think? You like this? You like the little smash book? I'm going to call it a squish book. Put that one up there. And I got one more. Put him right back there. And then to finish it off, we'll add some of our iridescent gems. And there you have a cute little gift card holder for Valentine's Day. Or, like I said, you can do these now with using Christmas paper. And when you open it up, it opens up like that. What do you think? Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. You like that, huh? Well, I'm glad you like that. Let me bring in the other one again. Remember, this will be available in January, and also it's celebration time. So there's one. Here's the other one. I use that same card. Now this one, I want to tell you, when I did the tags, what I used to put those together was one of our brads. So that it just like swung around. Just tie that real quick. So there's our two smash book cards. And like I said, this fits right in a regular size envelope. Again, here was the other card that I did with this Sweet Conversations. The Happy Valentine's Day. This is where I got those extra corners from when I did the inside. And then we have this one that I used the embossing folder from Love and Happiness. And then here we have that cute little box. Little box with the candies in it. So I hope you enjoyed tonight's video. I really thank you for tuning in. If you ask me any questions, I will go back and read the questions later. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you again for tuning in. Don't forget about the paper share. And I will see you live on Friday morning on Facebook at 9 a.m. Eastern Time. Until then, keep on stamping,